Now back to In the Zone on Sports Radio 1340 WEPM.
And welcome back to In the Zone with Fred and Angela on this Tuesday afternoon. We are joined now by the head basketball coach of the Beckley Woodrow Wilson Flying Eagles, Ron Kidd. And, Coach, thanks a lot for joining us. I know it's a busy day for you, but an important day and a day that I know Beckley fans have always loved, the chance to go to the state tournament.
You know, anytime you have a chance to punch your ticket to go to the state tournament, that's what you do your regular season for.
When you look at your ball club this year, Coach, you've had a good season once again, a very successful season, winning 19 games. But I want to go back and talk a little bit about what was the turning point in this season, because I know early back in January you lose a game to South Charleston, and then you lose a game to Hurricane where you gave up a lot of points in the fourth quarter. Was that the turnaround after that game for this ball club?
Turning point extra has been, you know, I think in this postseason we got kids coming off the bench that's playing extremely well, and I think that's kind of been a difference for us right now.
Coach, when you look at your ball club, and I know years in the past you went through a system where you would put 5 guys in, 5 guys out. Is this group close to that now, or do you have enough guys to do that?
Yeah, we're pretty close to that. You know, we feel like we have 13 guys that can play, even though we're playing 10 right now. But we try to gear our guys, all 13, whenever your name's called, just be ready to play.
Talk about Dante Neighbors as a sophomore. I mean, I can't. First of all, I can't believe that Gene Neighbors is old enough to have a kid that's in high school. Remember Gene playing for Beckley. But, I mean, talk to what he has brought to your ball club coming off the bench as being a freshman.
I tell you what, they call him Microwave. He's a sophomore this year.
Or sophomore.
We had him starting at the beginning of the season. You know, there was a lot of pressure on him, and you know, we had to take him out and put somebody else in for him. But here toward the end of the season, postseason, he showed what he can do. He does it every day in practice, and he's playing extremely well right now.
Coach, talk to me about Cameron Shannon. What a job he has done for you. I know I saw him play at the Big Atlantic Classic against Martinsburg and had an outstanding game, shot the ball really well from the floor in that game. Talk how his season has went. Cameron's
kind of been up and down for us this season, but you know, we expect a whole lot of things out of Cameron. He's a senior. He's a 4-year starter, and we really expect him to go in and score for us and rebound and play defense on the other team's best player.
Hey, Coach, you've got a pretty good bench. Do you have a lot of role players on your team?
Where everybody on our bench feel like they should be starting, but you know, we feel like they're role players when they come in. We expect them to do what they're supposed to do, you know, rebound, play good D, and just get us off to a jump start offensively.
Who's your go-to guy when you look down the bench and need a spark in the game?
Dante Neighbors right now. You know, they call him the little microwave right now. And, when he goes in, he can score. And right now he's our spark off the bench, as well as Teron Harris. He plays point for us, and he's a big spark off the bench also.
Coach, talk to me about this game tonight, taking on George Washington. Kind of surprised that you're facing GW instead of Parkersburg?
I'm very surprised. You know, we kind of expected that GW would beat Parkersburg, but Parkersburg's been playing extremely well, and GW, that's going to be a tough game for us tonight.
When you look at what you've done this season, you played them once back in January. You beat them 76-67 at home. You get them at home again. That's a good thing, but they are the defending Class AAA state champs, so you know they're going to be ready to play tonight.
Well, we feel like, you know, you got to beat a champ. You got to go through the champ, and like you say, they're the defending state champ, and you know, we just have to be ready to play. And the good thing about it, we get them on our home floor tonight.
Well, Coach, what do you talk to your kids about right now during playoff time, getting ready to play GW? And, you know, if you lose, the season's over. If you win, you get to go to Charleston. What do you talk to your guys about?
Just here in school, you know, you pass in the hall and just say, you know, get your mind set, ready, be focused. Are we going to get them tonight? Then in practice, we just say, you know, you're going through the defending state champs, just be ready to play. You know, you represent Beckley. A lot expected out of you. You know, you just got to go out and prove yourself and play.
Coach, when you look at George Washington, they have some good players. Trapano's a good guard. I like the way Krauser plays on the inside. Who is the one player that causes trouble for your ball club?
Frankie.
Frankie.
Because of his size, and Luke Eddy's an extremely good point guard who knows how to get the ball inside to Frankie, and Frankie's just a big matchup problem for us, but our guys just have to take that challenge against him tonight.
Is it important for your ball club to get out and run, get that transition, that familiar Beckley game going by running and playing that tough defenses? Are you going to try to wear them down by doing that?
I think we have to do that. We have to do that for the whole 32 minutes. I think GW is a very patient ball club. They'll run when they have to. They'll slow it down when they have to. So, we just got to get in our type of game. We got to impose our will on them to make them play the way that we want to play.
Coach, talk to me about, I know Beckley, of course, the state championship 16, but it's one of those deals when you go to Beckley, coming up through the ranks, that you expect to be in Charleston every season. How do you keep them motivated as far as, not being laxed and getting back to the state tournament year in and year out, because they come to expect that?
Well, you just talk to them about the teams in the past and expectations. We want to be there on Saturday night cutting down the net, and that's what our kids, we just tell them to dream about it and see their dream and try to go for their dream. And we try to talk to them about that before the season even starts, and we talk to them the whole time during the season about that.
All right, Coach. Well, what are some things you want to see from your team tonight?
I think the key to the game is going to be rebounding. We got to rebound, and like we said before, we just got to play our style of basketball. We got to run the ball up and down the floor.
Coach, one final question for you, and I did this in football when I talked to Coach Lilly. I want to get your thoughts on our buddy Brent Osborne, freshman for you. I know he's been struggling with a knee issue, but Brent, good kid. I've known him since he was a little kid, a little baby. How's Brent doing?
Man, he's an excellent kid. He didn't tell us about almost near the end of the season that he had hurt his knee during football season. Well, it's kind of a bad injury that he should be resting on, but I tell you what, the kid's so hard-nosed. He's never missed a practice. He comes to practice and work as hard as he can on that knee. But the main thing he has to do once the season's over is try to get some rest on that knee. But he's a heck of a baseball player, so I don't see how he's going to get that done. Yeah,
and actually, he probably told me about the knee injury before he told you, because he told me at the Big Atlanta Classic about it.
Yep, you're right.
And I told him, I said, because he said he went to the doctor and everything. He said, the best thing you do is rest. And I said, so what are you going to do? He said, I'm going to keep on playing. So that's Brent, though.
If I had 13 of him, I wouldn't have to cut my hair short to hide my gray.
Hey, Coach, sounds good, man. Hey, wish you the best of luck tonight. Thanks for coming on In the Zone, and we will hopefully see you in Charleston coming up next week.
All right, thank you guys, too.
All right, head coach Ron Kidd of the Beckley Flying Eagles. When we come back, we continue with more In the Zone with Fred and Angela here on Sports Radio 1340 WEPM.